What makes the arm so good? Well, you can see the long head right here. It's giving a lot of dimension to this arm overhead pose because it's got good details here. Then you can see a little bit of separation between the long head and more of this medial head right here. Generally, you don't have people who have this much mass in their medial head. The medial head itself is declaring independence and popping out. He also has a good amount of mass and roundness in his arms, and that has to do with slightly shorter inserts, but for the most part, he's got very good mass genetics in these arms. Looking at the lats are pretty low insert. He's got a good amount of oblique. He's got blocky abs. The blocky abs are definitely going to be more aesthetic even as he cuts down. But if we look at the chest and we look at the overall lats, these are areas that are not quite as developed, and that's because whenever you're a little bit more arm dominant, sometimes it takes away from being able to develop your torso as much. So even though he has kind of a stockier look whenever his arms are by his side, it's mainly because of thick abdominals without as much mass on the chest. I mean, the shoulders are phenomenal, the traps are phenomenal, but it's the chest, especially the upper chest, that could come up a little bit more. And then if you look at the back, like the arm is fantastic. Look how much mass he has here. Look at this long insert lateral head. That is a very long and well-developed lateral head. Even the brachioradialis and the overall form just have good roundness and thickness. So if we look at the rest of the back, the lats, they could be a little bit more defined. We could pull in the waist more and have a little bit more of this line going. If we had a little bit more thickness in our back from Rose, especially learning how to activate the back better, we could have a little bit more details that pop together, and then the back would match the arms. But even with all of that said, he still looks excellent in the side tricep pose. So if you have certain muscle groups that are a little bit better, just lead with that muscle group in your poses so it takes up more of that space, and it's still going to look really good for your particular type of physique.